Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Level With You show. My name is Wiley Umstead, and this week I am joined by the Sub-Zero hero, Kenny Castro.
What's up, everybody?
The Do Artistic one, Anthony Duart.
I'm drinking an avocado drink.
And the Phantom producer himself, Tyler Hadley. What's going on?
Hey everybody, how are we doing today? It's Tuesday.
Doing good, doing good. All right, so this is a somewhat of a new format that we're going with this week. We, as a crew, have done some discussing, some reflecting on the past almost year that we've been doing this. We've taken into consideration feedback that we've got from listeners and viewers, and we hope you enjoy it. We're going for a little bit more of a casual show. We're not going to be reporting on as much news as it's happening. We want to find the things we're more passionate about and that can kind of create more engaging discussions, get everybody involved a little bit more. We're broadcasting now every week on Twitch, and we really want to hear from the chat as we're recording so we can interact in a more live sort of way. We're going to be showing it on the Just Chatting page, so hopefully that encourages that. So yeah, I mean, that's about most of it. We're still going to be doing our impressions on all the games we've been playing. We're still going to be talking about the biggest things going on in the industry, but we want to open it up to stuff going on in pop culture that we also want to cover.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, Wiley. We gotta bring the energy.
Exactly, it's a good
Energy.
thing. Less Wiley talking for too long. Yay.
I don't know, switch it up and
Yes.
hanging out, and it's just hard. It's like, yeah, it's, after an 8-hour day, it's hard to. We gotta bring the energy back up because we just got in and
Got our caffeine today.
got our caffeine. We got our sugar, getting ready to go.
Got our blue drink.
Got our blue drink.
blue
We got our
drink,
clear
don't-
drink. Got our tan drink, green. We got like a whole rainbow pretty much.
Yeah. Things are looking colorful. Things are looking up. Even though the world as a whole
Oh my God, it's falling
is starting to panic.
apart. Okay. Well, I get it, but
I mean, why don't we just start the show with what's going on in Massachusetts, East Coast, and really the whole country, and maybe the planet.
almost, yeah, we're in a state of emergency now, apparently.
Yeah.
So but I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not up on everything. I saw the link that you guys sent about the story about being in state of emergency, but I mean, it does. Obviously, we have to be careful around the old and the very, very young with their immune systems, but. At this point, I'm like, if I get sick, I just want to get sick, get it out of the way. 2 weeks, over it.
I mean, you hope so. I mean, we could debate about is it this dangerous, is it that dangerous, but I think like what's going on at our workplaces and the atmosphere and people actually really being conscious about their sanitation, it's kind of crazy.
That was cool to see that you guys actually, your companies care enough about you to send emails to you saying, hey, we're taking into consideration that we might start working from home, just as a heads up, because this is the current state of affairs. Nothing like that at all. No one said anything.
I actually think it's less about the companies caring, but more about them trying to follow suit for what everyone else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the really big companies coming in and doing that. So everyone else just wants fame. No one wants to be responsible.
Yeah. Everybody should write a waiver.
Well, Tyler and myself and Kenny all work at jobs that are state funded, right? Isn't Wayfinders?
Yeah, I mean, we're both nonprofit organizations, but the majority of what we're doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think it is too. A lot of it's just regulation, and the fact that a state of emergency was declared today, I mean, it gets you. And then we also got the email about, oh shit, are we going to start having to work from home? And trying not to get too excited about that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to not get pretty excited about that. I'd love to just sit
And we got
on my
Doom
tablet for
Eternal
8
coming
hours.
out. We got Animal Crossing. I mean, like,
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm just gonna set my laptop up here and put my Switch there and the little dock. I love how I can do that. That little docked mode thing where you can just pull the thing out the back and just sit there and be like, oh, it's all screen.
I know.
I've literally never successfully pulled out the thing on the Switch.
It's so hard. I just cut my nails too the other day, but you have to like really get in there and go, whoop, and I'm always afraid that I'm not gonna break the Switch. I'm gonna break my nail off instead.
At this point in time, my son's done it so often that it really kind of like you just move it a little bit and it pops out.
That's lucky.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Because I still have, I've never put in an expandable memory for the Switch because even though I have one, because I tend to play indie games or have the physical copy for the bigger games, so I haven't really had a need. But
I think we did put it on micro SD. I remember being at your house a while ago. I don't know if we were drunk, so that might be why. But I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, you open that up and you put an SD in because you had an SD from like, didn't you get one for
I
Christmas?
think we tried and gave up.
Huh. We might have as well, because it can I'm either really motivated when I'm really drunk, or I'm either like, I don't want to, fuck it, who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I have a weird, I don't know if it was a dream. Maybe it was a dream. I don't know.
Maybe
if
you
I showed
dreamt of that after calling Tyler and being like, we're gonna stream. What's the password?
It's true. Yeah. Hey, Tyler, pick up the phone. We'll play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
We want to get all those viewers at 2:30 in the morning.
We want to get all the other people, all the weirdos on Twitch.
I wish we had video of us trying to like convince ourselves that was a good idea. Because
Oh man, I'd love to recreate that because it's just us sitting there being like, "Oh man, let's play Bloodborne. Yeah, let's play Bloodborne. Oh man, Bloodborne is like an hour and 45-minute update. Let's play Mortal Kombat."
and let's get people to watch us play Mortal Kombat.
And I was like, "You just dropped off the thing last week. Let's go get the capture card." And I opened the laptop up that Tyler left, and I was like, "Who puts a fucking password on a work laptop?" I was like, "Shit." Well, that was fun.
Speaking of MK, next week we got Spawn dropping.
Shit, we do, right?
Yeah, 17th.
All right, we could make a video on that so I could beat everybody.
Yeah, sure.
You have no, wait, never mind. Yeah, it's still kind of weapons focused. I'm thinking of like Soul Calibur still. Whenever
my God.
say
I'm
Spawn.
sure he'll have some weapons.
Oh, yeah.
The gameplay trailer of it just dropped. I didn't watch it yet, but I hear it's getting very positive reactions.
Oh, I bet.
So yeah, that's a pretty exciting thing. It's the final character of the first fighter pack.
Yeah, so we'll most likely get an announcement for Fighter Pack within the next 2 to 3 months. I want to say,
Maybe so. Yeah,
or even sooner.
that's crazy. So we're going to be like,
MK got left off of Evil, right?
it did.
Really?
So I would have said during Evil weekend, but it got left off of Evil, so no.
When's Evo coming up? That's summer?
It's always early August. I feel
August,
like.
okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it
I was
happens.
gonna say, hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully the scare doesn't spread that far.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will.
What
No, I mean, I think it will happen.
happened? Okay,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shoot.
No, I sure hope not.
Same.
So yeah, we've been just kind of waiting for the shoe to drop. I feel like at work, the atmosphere every day is just a little bit more like, I feel like today is really when it accelerated because the cases en masse doubled. The state of emergency was declared.
Your computer stopped working.
My computer stopped working. Yes.
They caught the coronavirus.
What happened with that? Was it just like a massive blackout?
I don't know, but I felt bad for my friend John. He's like the big IT guy that goes around and fixes all the computers. And he was just on vacation for a week in Seattle at his friend's wedding, and he came back, and it was just like total shit show.
That sucks.
Everybody's computer just going haywire.
There's nothing worse than coming back from a vacation just going straight into shit. Don't even get like a little slide. You just get thrown right into it.
It's real.
I was gonna say honestly, like it must be everything technical because I don't know if I know you guys haven't been catching it, but I have the stream open. I know Tyler's over there struggling today. Today's the most work I've seen Tyler put in during the broadcast and recording.
He's getting those steps in.
Yeah, you see, if I was sitting over there, I would never know. Well, you would know.
I would know
watching it.
because I'm watching it, but yeah, Tyler's been out here. There a couple times. If audience has been watching, they've missed out on our beautiful faces for a couple seconds. But it's everything. It's everything. It's Wiley's computers, our cameras. What's next? Hopefully not Warzone later tonight.
Maybe Digimon. It's not that. It's the
Cyber Sleuth.
It's the you remember the first movie? Did you ever watch the Digimon first movie?
I don't think I've ever even watched more than an episode.
Oh, you gotta watch it. But at least the movie. I mean, it's mainly I have nostalgia for it. But we got the Frankenstein version of it, or at least the American Digimon movie, is 3 different Japanese Digimon movies, like crammed into one. Yeah. And the middle part, which is personally my favorite part, the original guys from like the first series. They are hanging out, like him, Ty, and the nerdy kid Izzy are like, oh, hanging out on summer vacation. Oh, cooler, Digimon are here, the Windows 98 computer. And then there's like a virus that starts spreading and like is knocking out all the world, and it's gonna like set off a missile to blow up Japan. Wow. And they're like, we gotta stop it.
This is a pre-Y2K?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, is it?
You said 98, didn't you?
Is it 98?
I don't know. Maybe I just imagined you saying that.
Ooh.
But I know
Well,
Pokemon
90.
was late 90s.
I think it was like I think it was 2002, maybe 2000, between there.
Yeah, I remember when Digimon came out, I was of the crowd that it's just a Pokemon ripoff.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people like that.
Even in 4th grade, I was, proud enough to say shit like that. And same about Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, come on, this ain't no Pokemon. Get out of here.
Oh, that was rough because honestly, I jumped on the Yu-Gi-Oh train right away.
Oh yeah.
I was in school battling people. I'm like, Dark Magician.
Yep. Yeah. Before any of the rules were set, I bought the first decks I saw. I got my mom to buy them at a CVS we were at.
Yeah.
So I saw them and I was like, what are these?
It was
Fucking
more
amazing.
anime than Pokemon.
Very. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes
No,
sense.
because Pokemon didn't feel as much of an anime.
It's more of like an adventure.
But then again, the localization team did change a lot of the things when they localized it for the US.
Oh, what's up, donuts? It's a rice ball.
Really? The jelly donut.
Yep.
But it's a rice ball.
He's like, how about a jelly donut? And it's just the rice ball, but they call them jelly donuts.
I was so
hilarious.
confused because of Pokemon. For forever, I was like, yo, that's a jelly donut. Like I was like, and then I was like, that's a rice ball. I'm like,
I think I had my mom bring me to Dunkin' Donuts at one point when I was growing up. And I was like, Baba, what a jelly donut? And they were like, oh, here's a jelly donut. I was like, no, it doesn't look like that. It's triangle and it's white. And they're like, what are you talking
Got a
about?
black strip on top.
Yeah, I thought like the little strip. Is that seaweed? I think that's seaweed.
yeah,
I think it's supposed to be a.
Yeah,
Oh man, I really want a rice ball now.
exactly right.
Rice
I think I've
ball
ever
would be
had
nice.
like a I've never had a rice ball that looked like
Same.
how you see it on TV.
I really want to see
You
it.
got to go to Japan for it, man.
Oh, dude, I'd love to.
When are we all going to Japan?
Family trip.
Soon.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
After the
want to
coronavirus.
go. I
Yeah.
want to go so bad. My son wants to go more than anybody.
Oh yeah.
Like he's like, oh my god, we're gonna go. I want a squid on a stick.
Oh yeah. I want to get takoyaki real bad. I want to try those takoyaki balls. Oh,
They've got some pretty good takoyaki at Yokohama Ramen on Main Street.
what?
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta have family dinner and go.
Mhm.
I gotta go to these places you guys keep talking about.
We still got to go to Korean barbecue too.
I
Yeah.
know the one in Chicopee.
That's what we kept talking about.
Is that called Kana or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So many yummy places to try.
I still have to go to. I know you probably don't want to go back, but Wildwood. I still gotta go. I've never been there.
I mean, I want to go.
I've never-
I worked there for a long time, and
I've never been there either.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you got me guiding you through on what the best stuff to get, like it's
Perfect.
It'll be a good time.
I love being.
I want to do the Sunday brunch.
Sunday brunch is legit.
it's really good.
If you're trying to like go out and pig out,
Yeah, I'm all about going out and picking out.
Mhm.
So,
just
I just can't be too hungover because I'll probably puke.
yeah.
I think one of my favorite things at a Sunday brunch that I wasn't expecting,
Mhm.
like the brisket and everything was great.
Ooh.
But the cream cheese French toast or whatever, it was like blueberry cream cheese French toast or something. That was really good. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
Well, glad you liked it. Yeah, that stuff's pretty good. They change up the flavor each week. It's like blueberry one week, then peaches, then apple cinnamon.
ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that stuff's good.
That sounds so good. I don't know, man. I don't know if anything could beat the French toast we had at what's that place in Northampton?
Yeah, what's it called?
No, not the Roost.
Haymarket.
Hey, yep.
Yeah, that French toast is better.
Oh my, that was a good breakfast. That was cheap, good breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, I want French toast.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a lot. So
Yeah.
talking about things like that, I think let's segue into what we've been playing.
Okay.
Right. I want to hear. We were talking about Japan, going to Japan, and from my understanding, this following game you've been playing it
Mm-hmm.
does a great depiction.
For sure.
Of Japan and its its surroundings. So talk to me about Yakuza 0.
Gotcha.
Yakuza.
All right, so Yakuza 0.
It's not Persona.
No, it's not
No,
Persona.
not yet, Tyler.
Persona's got a pretty good Japan.
It
They
does.
do. So Persona's like the stylized, or Yakuza 0 is more like the I can see the pores in your face texture. Serious.
Yeah, and like when you go into a store, you can see just racks on racks of instant soup and Pocky, and it's bright and colorful, and it just really gives the authentic feel of walking into a convenience store. Like, so the Yakuza games, you play as Kiryu, who is somebody that has relation with the Yakuza. He is Yakuza adjacent. He has many dealings with them. And 0 takes place in 88, so before all the other ones. It's a great starting point. It just dropped on Xbox and Game Pass a couple weeks ago, so perfect time to jump in. Really good, excellent starting point. And it's a beat 'em up. It's got 3D fights. Really, like it's what's the battle style remind me of?
Is it like Sleeping Dogs?
It is that's a good comparison for sure. Like a little bit less GTA than Sleeping Dogs. Like it's very story focused. There's cutscenes that are, sometimes 10 minutes long, and they vary in terms of fidelity. Like a lot of the side quests feel very sort of lo-fi and like really goofy, but then you'll go to these really well produced cutscenes that are like super AAA, really well voice acted, good choreography, and all of that. So it's definitely got moments. It's like a really long game. Like there's all these sub stories. You're just walking through the streets, very detailed but condensed city of Tokyo. It's actually just like one neighborhood in Tokyo, Kamurocho, and then there's another one that is introduced a little bit later, Sotenbori, where you play as Majima. And so like you play this game for a dozen hours or so, you're really barely going to have to look at your map if you're good at looking at your surroundings, because you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to bang a left when I get to, you know, this convenience store, or when I see this drugstore here, I know that if I take a left down this alley that I'll be back at my house and stuff like that. I'm having a really good time with it. Like it's super just engaging to be in the world, and part of that not only is just the visual aesthetics are very pleasing, but the interactions between characters are just like super well written. Like especially you and your character, I mean your brother character Nishiki. I think that the dialogue between him and Kiryu is just like I have a smile on my face the whole time.
He's the guy with the really done up like nice suits.
Yeah, really nice suits and long hair. Kind of like he's flashier. He's a little bit more street smart than Kiryu. Kiryu's just more of a stoic, tough guy with a good sense of morality, and like the way they play off each other is super just awesome to see so far.
I like the intro with that too, because the intro that you get to both of them in the beginning is after something like just hanging out all night, pretty much. Like you try that like in the very opening couple minutes, you're on a shakedown, you leave, then you go meet up with him at a karaoke bar, and that's your first pretty much gameplay is the karaoke mini game, right? The rhythm game, which is it's really cool. It's a nice interaction. Yeah,
there's all shitloads of mini games. If you've never played this game, you can do everything from do karaoke to go dancing. You can play pool. You can play darts. You can manage a real estate business, which gets well. So like like 10 hours into the game, which I'm on chapter 5. I imagine there's probably 10, 15.
Yeah, between 10 and 15.
Yeah, and you start managing a real estate business where you're hiring people, sending them out to scout locations, collecting money, really building up your empire, trying to take on the people that are trying to sort of corrupt this. Like a big thing that's going on is it's the late 80s. The economy's booming. Like all these businesses are thriving. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of money to be made. So you're just trying to sort of sort out the corruption while also kind of like taking in a piece for yourself. Like what's crazy is that the game has all these sub stories interwoven to the bigger overall plot, and those are, like I was saying earlier, they're super silly. Like the game is super tongue-in-cheek, breaks the fourth wall. I'm really having a good time with it. I will say that the combat at times can feel a little bit unforgiving and also have very strange difficulty hikes. Like there'll be like 3 or 4 fights where I'll barely get hit, and then I'll run into 3 men in black suits that'll be like comboing me like a motherfucker and just banging me up against the wall, and just like, wow, like that came out of nowhere.
Or Big Al, who every time he hits you takes money from you, which is awful.
Yeah, I've avoided him successfully the entire game.
Good.
So.
I was like, I don't want to lose my money. No, thank you.
Yeah, so like the first time you run into that character, he beats you because, and at first I was like, wow, that sucked. But then I was like, okay, that's just the first time. Just warning you to avoid this fella. We'll forgive you and give your money back this time. But next time you see him, you'll probably want to avoid him. So
I do like that though, because it's like, oh, like maybe next time I see him, if I level up enough, then I can go and like try to beat him up. But it's like, no, don't try to do that for at least a while. I'm sure there's probably some point you can go back and.
Yeah, you can definitely get your revenge at some point, I would think.
I like that chick a lot that gets introduced in like the second or third chapter that you learn one of your fighting styles from. She's just like not the dirty chick, but she's like, she gets down in dirty street fighting with the leather jacket that takes the crate and just starts, she shows you how to like fight with all the weapons.
Yeah, that's when you learn the brawler style. I love how all the fighting styles are introduced. Like essentially Kiryu or Majima will just be walking down the streets. They'll witness a fight themselves and they'll just say like, that's cool. And then they just learn a whole new move.
They get a Jimmy Neutron brain blast, and it's just like, whoa, and they just do the little animation of them like, oh, they learned a new fighting style, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
So I haven't played this yet, so I'm gonna install it. But how, like, your recommendation? Like, is this if somebody has the Game Pass, this is a must? Or is it like,
I think it's a must to try, because I think because it's going to click with most people. I think that some people will maybe think that it's a little too story based for them. Maybe they're not really into the combat. Maybe they're they're not into reading all the subtitles. There's a lot of reading in this game because only maybe a third of what you're seeing is actually voiced. Okay. Especially if you're doing the side quests, because those are pretty much not voiced at all. Okay. But I definitely think it's worth at least checking out and maybe just feeling the vibe of the first chapter. It's not going to cost you anything extra, so.
All right, perfect.
And you definitely need to play because you're big on Japanese culture and
you're a weeb like me, you'll like it.
Yeah, exactly. You like the fact that you can go to the store and in the game and order some ramen and it's like really detailed.
Oh yeah.
Like you go to the store, you're buying the drinks and it's telling you all about the different scotches. Like it's just super detailed.
The over detail is amazing. You could just I remember I didn't move past I think chapter 2 for like 12 hours because I got caught up in the little RC car mini game because there's a whole story that goes with that where you like some little kid comes up to you and is like, hey mister, could you like help me with this race? He goes, okay. And so then you help him like race and then he's like, oh, I would be cool like you. And then he's like, oh, I have another mentor who's older but kind of weird. And you like deal with him and it's really cool.
The sub stories are just wild. Like
you see, I would lose so much time because I'm all about doing the side quests and everything like that because that's what I did with Kakarot. I did every side quest before.
That's why I still haven't beaten it. I'm like 45 hours in and it just got to Majin Buu Saga.
Yeah.
If you wanted to 100% this game, I feel like it would be a 100 to 150 hour type thing.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
I'll keep that in mind. It's on Game Pass. That means I can install it and just play it at my leisure. So that'll be fun. So you recommend it?
Okay. Definitely.
Perfect.
So I know Anthony's been also playing something Japanese influenced.
Oh yeah, you want to jump into that one, or maybe we're leaving off because the next two that we've been playing, like we made some videos on those. So I was gonna let Anthony talk a little bit about maybe Mario Golf.
Oh, I was doing Grand
I know, but we got the video on that we did. We could talk about that. That just dropped today.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that because you also did edit that video.
That's just true.
Together. And you played a little bit more since then, I'm sure.
I played a little more. I tried out some online. So with the Arc System Work games, I haven't really had the best pasts. I remember my friend Brandon, we used to stay up and he'd be doing something and I would try to do online ranked matches in Dragon Ball Fighters. Stomped every time. I don't think I won a single match in that game online. But I just get stomped.
They're so long. If somebody's good, is gonna win.
Yeah, it's just they're gonna get you, and it's like the auto combo thing. So I was like, I'll handle this. It'll be okay. With a little more practice, I think I can do okay. But the like 2-3 matches I played already online, it just got stomped. I got wrecked. I can already kind of see where the meta's going too, because all 3 people I played chose the same character, like one of the first DLC characters.
Really?
It's the chick with the katana, and she's got the horns, and she got the big katana, and she just beat the shit out of me.
Tell me about the good parts.
RPG mode's awesome. It's really fun. It's basically just like a mobile game. I finally unlocked the skill draw. Once you unlock the little shop, you can use your skill tickets. You draw weapons. You can set up and customize your character. You can look online to see if people are requesting help with a quest.
That's pretty neat.
Partners and different party members.
Okay.
So, like, what happens if you go and help them? Do you gain stuff too?
You pretty much get like most. I think they probably split the rewards somehow. The only 2 times I tried to join, the guy kept kicking me out. I'm sure he must have just been looking for a friend.
One of his friends. Yeah.
Exactly. I just kept joining, and he just kept kicking me, and I was like, "I'm gonna be that way. I'm gonna keep joining." But it was cool. I really like that. That's an option, along with changing your character's color, the weapon skins. I didn't think at first like anything was going to be cosmetic like that because you can get a bunch of different weapon cards that you can equip your characters in the RPG mode to raise their stats, which I didn't think would be more than kind of a stat boost thing, but it's really cool to see that there's actually some aesthetic to it. I was really stoked, and there's a bunch of them with all the characters, and only with the 2 DLC characters that are out now, if you get the fighter pass that you can see when you put the disc in, there's still 3 more coming, which is neato.
Cool. So what, like this, I played it for a half hour, 45 minutes with you the other day. I did do the first few missions of the RPG mode, and I was really intrigued with the battle system. It's just, it kind of is very accessible, and it's quick inputs, and there's cooldowns for the special moves, and it felt sort of like a good marriage between different fighting games that I've played, and like it felt very accessible, but also very deep. So
it flows really well, except when you let yourself get flustered with being barraged by attacks, because that's how I felt online. Okay. And I was like, oh man, because I just thought I was doing so well in story mode. But I like that you can hit R1 with like triangle, circle, or whatever to help boost your attacks to use the skills. But it's all about the mind too. Like mind games is just like, okay, strategize, try to block more because you have the 2 different types of blocks, kind of like MK, where you can standing block or crouching block,
or just a dodging block, which is
that was cool. Yeah. I'm still trying to get that down because my timing with that is not good.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that's interesting, and the dash because you can just like go through somebody. I like that a lot. So you can just pass right through them.
So widely.
Very Smash Brothers esque.
Yeah.
With the standing dodge and
with
the
the standing
rolling
dodge?
dodge.
Yeah,
In the roll, yep.
It definitely gave me some Smash vibes for sure.
Even with the specials too, like the
Yeah.
up or left. Yeah, you can charge your X attack, I guess.
When are you gonna buy it?
I'm not gonna buy it. Shit, I'd buy it today if Tyler split it with me.
Tyler's not a big fighting guy. We know that. Look
Yeah.
at he heard that. He was like, I could see him. I didn't even have to look down at my phone. I could see him from over here. Like,
I mean, if I were to invest in a fighting game, this might be the one.
Yeah, there we go.
There's hope. There's hope.
There's hope.
It's got anime. It's
because
got
of his waifu girls.
They are really nice. I like they're beautiful too. It's like the way that everything's animated and the cutscenes look great. They're a little bit more movement, I think, even than in Dragon Ball Fighters.
yeah.
But it's just gorgeous. It's great.
It's a really good looking game. Also from the developer, I don't know if you said that, of Dragon Ball Fighters. This is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, based on a very popular mobile game in Japan.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that just dropped. PS4 only, or is it on PC?
I think it's only on PS4. It might also be on PC.
Okay.
Okay.
But like last Tuesday it dropped. Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
That is always fun. I'm already scouring the internet for it.
For good prices, yeah.
Yeah, trying to be like, oh,
It feels like a game that's going to be 60.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to find less.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I did. Get your redeem your coupon on the website. for
That's
GameStop.
true.
That's what I did. I redeemed that and I used points and
I know.
I took $15 off.
I got the $5 and then like a redeem and like another $10 or maybe 15 off of it.
there you go. Or if you have a Best Buy gift card laying around, or
Yeah.
So Kenny, why don't you tell the audience on what you've been doing with as far as grinding for Game Pass points?
Oh my God. Yes, the Microsoft rewards, they got like this whole, with Game Pass they have quests now, depending on like they'll put it like right now. I just did the three last week's one of the weekly quests was win 3 ranked matches in Tekken 7. That gave me 50 rewards points. Well, what I've been doing is grinding out these rewards points because I'm trying to get an $100 gift card through Microsoft, and that's 91,000 points. I'm at 21 right now.
How long you been at it?
A month and a half so far.
Oh, okay. So this is like a 6-month dedication.
Exactly.
is there any time it expires, like the offer?
No, the points don't expire.
Good.
So it doesn't
Yeah, I
expire.
hope not.
Yeah. What the hell?
Exactly, right? So points don't expire. Been lucky enough, there'll be quests like, oh, if you buy or rent 3 movies in the Microsoft Store, you get 3,000 points. Well, I already got 2 of my punch marks in that quest line for those 3,000 points. Because my brother randomly he came by and he was like, oh, I haven't seen the movie Joker yet. Oh, I haven't seen the movie Us yet. If I send you the money, would you buy it? I'm like, okay.
That's what's up. It's a
like-
free 3,000 points.
Right there. I was
Yeah.
like, quick. So I was like, I just need to buy or rent one more movie, which I'm most likely gonna do because I love buying now I'm buying more of my movies digitally.
I've never felt comfortable with that.
I know, but the good thing is that Microsoft is now linked with the Movies Anywhere app. So once you buy it through the Microsoft Store, if it's part of the Movies Anywhere app, it's on that app as well. So you wouldn't. So you not that you will never lose it, but you can also watch those movies out anywhere.
Gotcha.
You don't have to just only be on your Xbox to watch it. So been
good.
doing that. So I'm most likely to pick up another horror movie and for my stepdaughter to watch. Me and my stepdaughter to watch. And just these quests are like intriguing. Like it was like I just did last night, real quickly. Final Fantasy 15, get 2,000 gil. There was 75 rewards points right there. So there's a little grind.
It's a big time grind.
Yep.
Yeah.
But once you start looking at it and you start doing the math, like if you're on top of it, it's almost like playing a mobile game.
Exactly. Yeah, it has that
Oh,
definitely
shoot.
some mobile vibes.
That playing like a mobile game and grinding, knowing that you have to return every single day to do like
Your dailies.
these dailies. So I was like, wow, my dailies, like if 50 points like every day for just my 3 things that I get done in 3 minutes. That's 350 every week,
It's true. And times that by however long.
Exactly. Do that by 52 weeks, just with those 3 that are just 3 minutes long. I'll be in the 1,000 points, and God knows how long, in like 10 weeks, I'll be at like 3,500.
It'll be here like that.
I'll work it. Plus the
It'll
other.
feel good
other
when
way.
you finally get it.
Yes, that $100 gift card would be amazing when I get it. Not sure what I'm gonna buy with it because not sure when it's gonna come.
Just renew your Game Pass for a year or a year.
Yeah, because I could just set my Game Pass to just take out from my Microsoft balance.
That's pretty good.
So I go.
It feeds into itself.
Leave the $100 there and
then come back.
keep renewing like that because $15. You know how many times I get that?
Yeah.
Six times. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's sweet,
So
though.
it's not bad. So I recommend it to people. If, like, it's a nice little thing that they added to the Game Pass. If you got Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass regular, like these quests, you might even hit these quests without knowing them. They'll just pop up right and little notification at the bottom, like, oh, you just completed this quest. Turn it in.
I feel like I'm almost up to you, and I didn't even think about it because I mean I'm just doing the game ones.
Yeah.
Like, what percentage of these points do you think are from gameplay, and what are from the little quizzes and whatnot you take on your phone?
So most of them are gameplay.
Yeah.
Mine. I just started doing the quizzes again because I
Okay.
forgot all about it. So I have about maybe a week doing the quizzes and things like that. So it's been going good. Oh man, I'm already. Oh man, so I'm already getting called out in tech, and I'm down. Pablo. I'm down. I'm a suck. You're gonna beat me. You're joining CEO this year down in Florida. That's dope.
Dang,
Yeah, that's a buddy of mine from middle school.
that's what's up.
He jumps in the Twitch stream all the time.
Nice.
He streams actually Apex Legend all the time, and
Oh,
I think he
nice.
was streaming Hardcore RE2 today.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
That's hardcore moves.
Me and him, I remember playing Resident Evil 4 with him. He had the GameCube. He had it on
Yeah.
the GameCube, and we stayed up all fucking night playing that shit.
That's crazy that RE3 is right around the corner too.
I know.
Do you guys hear the news that Nemesis can break into save rooms?
Not all the save rooms. So I read that.
Okay.
So there are certain save rooms that he can jump. You'll know the difference by the music. It says.
Oh, okay.
So depending on the music, you'll be able to tell if this is a save room that he could break into.
That's good. It'll actually make it a safe room.
That's what they tell you, Kenny, until you play it, and then you hear the peaceful music,
And then he breaks in.
exactly.
That sounds very
And then
scary.
he's like, "Motherfuckers, I'm here."
I did like that. That'll be cool.
Yeah. I'm looking like just what I've heard about it, that it's a little bit more action oriented. Like 2 is very atmospheric, and you gotta you're exploring the police station, and Mr. X is like foreboding in the background. But this seems more like Nemesis is coming to kick your ass, and the zombies are here too. Bring out your machine gun. We got our guy who's got rocky hair, and you got an assault rifle this time. Rah!
Who's got Rocky hair?
The main protagonist that's not Jill. So I want to say
Oh, man,
Carlos.
so bad. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Carlos. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta play the remix.
I think if you pre-order, I think you get the original like a hairstyle and outfits.
Oh,
well, the
okay.
blocky kind or whatever. Yeah.
Well, not blocky kind, but you get this original hairstyle. Like I think instead of it being spiky, whatever, it might have been the original time around.
I wonder if that Project Resistance, the multiplayer aspect, is going to be any good.
I hope so.
That looked
I'm
interesting.
looking forward to it. I like those, the 4v1 or 5v1. Oh, I had been playing something different.
Oh, you
wow!
have?
I
What?
just remembered Dead by Daylight.
Oh, there
what?
you go.
I had first time playing it last week.
Okay.
Wow. So yeah, we'll keep going. So yeah, Project Resistance. I really want to play it. That's take it because I'm really looking forward to it because I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. That game, Dead by Daylight, really
Isn't that
really
the same thing?
enjoyed
It's
it.
like you kind of like the 4
Like-
people, 1 killer.
One killer.
Mm.
I'm all for it. I think it gives me a great time, especially because I'm one of those people that trolls.
Yeah.
When I got the mic, like if the killer's got a mic as well, I'm like, leave me alone. I'll tell you where everybody is. I'll
Don't touch
snitch them
me.
all out for my survival.
Come on, kill him. You can do it.
And
You
be
did that
like,
on Friday the 13th?
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
Like whoever got Jason, I'll be talking. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm like behind the couch and I'm trying to let him get me. I'm like, I'll tell you where everybody is. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, give me 2 seconds to open my map. I'll tell you where everybody is.
And then just run away.
And then I'll be like, there by lake, goodbye. And then if my stamina gives out. I'm like, okay, I'm serious. This is where they are.
I'm just kidding. Please. I'll tell you where they are. You have a great skin, by the way. How much did you pay for that?
Is that game still going?
Yeah, but it still got a nice little community playing it.
Okay.
It's on Game Pass now, right? I
Is
think.
it? I think.
No, it's still not. That's not on Game Pass, but Dead by Daylight is.
Dead by Day. Okay, okay. I thought you were talking about Dead by Daylight.
Friday 13th is on Game Pass.
So you want to talk about your Dead by Daylight time?
Honestly, that game, I was like, oh, let's jump in. Me and my boy Tyler knows him. We play ball with him, Tyrell. We're playing it. He was like, oh, let's play. I've been playing it. So I jump in and I'm like, all right. And then he's like, all right, man, I haven't really survived. I'm like, cool. Have you been doing anything with the blood web? what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, this is my first time playing it. At least I know what I'm a little bit. I'm like, how many hours you been playing? He was like 3 or 4. I'm like, dude, you haven't done nothing with your blood weapon. You haven't unlocked any trade special like passive skills, nothing. I'm like, oh man, you're doing this game wrong.
So is it like
So
you
you have to
have a
score?
permanent?
We talked a little bit about it. So he did a couple things, and then we jumped in. Horrible. I was like first one to get killed 3 matches in a row. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm like, and then at one point in time, I'm like, I'm a little too aggressive. Like these killers can kill you quick in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, like you're playing a like several-year-old game with people that know what the hell they're doing.
Are like on it, and I'm like, okay. So we survived the last match we played, and that one I'm not even sure how we did it. Whoever was the killer must have been the first time playing as the killer. Like they had this killer who spit like this poisonous vomit on you, and I was like, "What the fuck is he spitting on me? This is disgusting." I was like, "You had to go to like a little fountain like to clean yourself off of this virus, like this poison and shit." And I was like, "Oh man,
The coronavirus killer.
the coronavirus right there." So then we opened the gate to escape. I'm like, "This is tedious because you got to repair these generators, and then once you're repairing them, they know where you're at. The map's so small, so it's so quick for them to get to you." I was like, who the hell enjoys this shit? Like, this is tough.
Is it 1v5 or 1v6?
1v5.
Okay, yeah, I had a feeling there were 6.
Yep.
I heard that somewhere.
Is there any way for the like victims or the like civilians to fight the killer?
No,
Or you just have to like
no. Oh, you literally, there might be. Who knows? Maybe. But swear to God, you're like tripping over like pallets to obstruct their like
movement, so you can be like throw
to
stuff.
get to you. You could throw stuff behind you, but they'll still break it and just keep going after you. Their speed is insane sometimes.
That sounds
At
wild.
one point, you know what it was? Is that I didn't realize how fast the killers were. So I was like trying to okie doke. I'm like, he's chasing me. I'm okie doking him, and then boom, they got me. I'm like, Jesus, I thought I was doing them dirty.
Yep.
You see me just running between things like,
Can't catch me, can't catch me. You just
I'm
trip.
so used to Friday 13th. That's what I'm a troll.
Yeah.
I get Jason. Somebody start chasing him. I get behind a couch and I'm like, you can't touch me.
Yeah.
They start throwing like the knives. Jason could throw knives, so I'd be like, ha ha ha.
So which do you prefer, this or Friday the 13th from what you played?
I prefer Friday 13th still, but I haven't given this enough of a chance.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, so that was my new game that I played, other than the rehash of everything I've been just playing that past week.
Well, we're definitely going to have new shit to talk about next week. We got Ori and Will the Wisp dropping today on Game Pass, which is getting phenomenal reviews.
You guys are excited about that?
91 last time I checked on Metacritic. It sounds like it's incorporating a lot of shit from Hollow Knight, one of my favorite games of the last few years. And they've just improved on the formula and made a little bit more combat focus. So, and like there's side quests now, and you got your home base where you get people that start to live there once you complete their side quests, and it's just all the right spots it's hitting.
It's like a Metroidvania too.
Yeah, it's a Metroidvania, totally. With really challenging platforming sections. I hear the story in this one's good. Like it was pretty good in the first one. It was more like really intense set piece moments that set it apart from other games like it. But so yeah, definitely excited that I don't have to pay any money for it. It's all good.
Did you get Game Share with it, or is it Game Pass?
It's Game Pass.
What?
Day and date, Microsoft Studio, baby.
That's awesome.
No.
Good. That's you're paying for Game Pass for these good titles coming out.
Exactly.
We got Neo 2 on Friday.
Wow.
No. Any of us picking that up?
I don't know, Tyler, are we?
Tyler's looking.
Yeah,
how
Neo
much?
2 for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you're,
were so into that for a couple
you're
weeks.
asking a lot, Wiley.
You guys were into that pretty hardcore for like
between Grand Blue and Neo.
Well, yeah, we can get 2 for the price of 1, homie.
Ooh, that is the point of games here.
I guess.
Then
Well,
I'm
you're
also
also leaving
gonna-
for a cruise soon,
I
aren't
know
you?
I'm not gonna be able to play anything for a week. I'm gonna come back from the. I'm gonna be playing Persona for like a month.
That is if you ever leave the cruise.
Ooh.
You know
I'll
what you
swim
should
back.
you know
I'll
what
swim
you should
back.
do, Tyler? Right? You should apply for Project xCloud with your account that you created for your PC game Xbox, right? And try to see if you get approved before the cruise, so you could play Project xCloud on the cruise.
You just know. I mean, you don't have internet on it.
No,
I mean, you have like basic Wi-Fi.
but it works with the mobile service without internet.
I don't think it'll work.
Just let him chill with his Switch and his unlimited food and his
I know, I need
ordering
to-
6 entrees.
200 minutes of
Right.
Wi-Fi.
I mean, speaking of, just in case, like, are there any Switch games to down
Ooh,
before I go out?
Super Mario Maker 2 on sale now for $40 for Mario Day.
Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah, I forgot that came out on Switch.
That's a good one.
I just drunkenly bought a collection of Mana this weekend. It showed up on Monday. It was like Christmas. I was like, oh, I got a package.
And
You can
that's not a
get
bad idea.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Nah, I don't need.
You don't need Pokemon. Who says you don't need Pokemon?
Everyone needs Pokemon.
You need Pokemon. You need a little bit of Pokemon.
you never got Pokemon.
I don't know.
I know,
was into
because I'm right
Pokemon.
now-
I'm a grown man.
I skip
No,
every
because
other
I'm deciding
generation.
about
That's fine.
Mystery Dungeon that just dropped.
That one,
Oh, yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
that looked a little.
I'm gonna pass on that.
I've never been like. Sorry, Brandon, because I know you're a huge Mystery Dungeon fan. But
Do you see, Tyler? Even we got Mr. Grilled Beans saying you need Pokemon in
then-
capital letters.
Nothing against Pokemon, but I don't know. I just don't want to jump in right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
you gotta get acclimated to the water first before you jump in.
I love Pokemon. Don't get me wrong.
It
I
doesn't
love
sound
it,
like it.
but I just don't. I'm not feeling jumping into this.
Maybe once the expansion comes out in June.
I don't know. I feel like I skip generations every time I Pokemon.
No, you're pretty recent. You played through Sun.
Yeah,
But-
so,
yeah, well,
so
yeah,
he has
exactly,
every
so-
other one on, every one other one
Damn,
off.
so he's about to just skip this one and be like, then he's gonna be like,
I'll
I
get the
skipped
next one.
generations with the next generation. I skipped generations.
That's how I did until Pearl.
No, that's not how I work.
It's not how it works. It's not how it works.
I got what was the generation before Sun and Moon?
Black.
Black.
No, was it Black and White?
No,
No, X and Y. Yeah.
Did I play that one? That was on.
Yeah, that was the first one on 3DS, and then
I think I played that one.
the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire,
Alpha.
and then the Switch.
When's Animal Crossing come out?
1 week from today.
Damn it!
Yeah, I don't think.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's some stuff we could talk about it if you really want to get a good recommendation. Oh, Iconoclast. I've been playing that, and I know I already talked about it on the show, but today I've been taking a break from it. I jumped back in, and I the game got the shot in the arm that it needed, and I'm back into it now.
Mhm.
So
You got your Bioshock B power.
I don't know. I just got to a section where I was surprised at a turn in the story, and I got excited, and I left off at I love when I finish a game where I'm like, the next time I turn it on, I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. I'm not stuck at all. It's an exciting part. I really think that games could do a little bit better job of not saying well, maybe you should take a break, but maybe developer recommended break point.
Like Nessa's dad being like, "Do you want to take a break?"
Yeah,
And when he answers
exactly.
the phone, you're like, "Oh, you're such a hard worker, just like your mother."
Except for he just does that when you're in the middle of a dungeon.
Yeah.
There's no it's just rhyme or reason. It's just, oh, you've been playing for 45 minutes. Your eyes are probably burning.
You're a good boy. Okay, be safe. Love you. Bye.
So we got somebody in the chat right here. So Rogue Pineapple, just tuning in. He's saying, have we mentioned anything in regards to the year 5 update for Rainbow Six Siege going live today? Year 5.
Wow. So
That is insane.
that is insane. They
That is
got
pretty crazy.
60 operators now, something
I
like
think
that.
the new one adds, I think, about 6 to 8 new operators, right? I would like a Rogue Pineapple to, confirm that in the chat. Yes, it is still going strong. He says it is stronger than ever.
For sure. I know that their goal is to have 100 operators, which is nuts.
I know, and I would recommend. We don't do any streaming of Rainbow Six Siege. I know Rogue Pineapple is a good friend of mine. Definitely recommend anybody in the chat who wants to check out some Rainbow Six Siege. I think he almost always is streaming Rainbow Six, so definitely a recommendation. Good guy, good streamer. Go check him out. 4 seasons, season 1 and 2. Add 2 ops each. Play 3. Yeah, and he does NHL too. Anybody enjoys that?
NHL 20?
Yeah,
21? I don't know where we're
20,
at now.
20.
Okay.
So honestly, I loved Rainbow Six at first. I think I got up to year 3, and then it was just I just dropped off for 6 months, and it's just been tough to get back.
It's daunting now. There's so many different matchups. And
you don't know who you're bumping into. I hate being oh, what does this person do? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. How can I go against
exactly.
it?
It's not like Super Smash where Mega Man looks a lot different than Ganondorf. All these people look like dudes
or chicks
yeah, with heavy armor on. I'm sure there are differences, and I respect the hell out of that game, but at this point I feel like it's
tough to get back to if you've been out of it for so long.
Yeah,
exactly. And I at this point in time I feel like a noob trying to talk about it because I barely know too much about what they've been adding. I don't even know what year 4 the operators do.
That's the only downfall of like live service games that are always constantly updating. Because I feel the same way with like Hearthstone. Anytime I get reinterested in Hearthstone, I go back, miss like 7-8 expansions. I'm like, I don't know what the meta is anymore. All my decks that I used to play as that. Because when I go into it, usually I go into Hearthstone, I'm like, okay, and take this amount of money. I'm gonna make a really good deck. I'm gonna play until I get bored.
Yeah, there's so many games like that. I mean, games that I've loved, like Overwatch. Like, it's like so daunting to like get back into that game now. With so many new characters I've never played as before, or like even know how they play. I mean, I kind of took the plunge, and he took the plunge into League of Legends, where there's like,
oh my god,
over 50 characters or something in there. And so it's like trying to figure out who you like, who you're good at, who does what, who counters who.
Yeah. That was even like daunting on its own, and we were like kind of just all right, we're doing okay for like beginner matches and going against beginner people. Me and Tyler were doing just fine. And still was tough. You get the raging people in the chats, and these games that have been like 3-4 plus years with the updates and just reworking of things, it's tough. Tough to be a noob and just jump into it.
There is a game that does that really well. It's called Fortnite. Because a new season will come out, and there'll be lots of new mechanics, but then a lot of the other ones will just go bye-bye into the vault, and then it's easy to jump back in. So I've been playing that. That's kind of been my turn my brain off and have some fun game the past couple weeks. Season 2, I'm at like level 30 something now.
Wow. Did you say max is 50?
100.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. That's a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, are you still leveling up like every 2-3 matches?
Pretty much. I've been focusing more on challenges, which once you get higher levels really is the way to go if you're trying to get all the cosmetic stuff from the battle pass. And I'm learning new things about this particular season when I'm playing it. Like, I was playing duos the other night with a friend, and I didn't know that if you pick up a knocked enemy that has a teammate alive and you scan him, it'll show the other player on your screen, like a red outline
when you
of him.
shake them down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's just little touches like that are adding to the whole spy theme of the season. Finding the different places to land at in order to advance your challenges. And I'm top 10 or top 15 every round I play now, unless I get really unlucky, and it feels good. I'm a decent builder now. I can't do the instant 60-foot tower that I see people do all the time, but I can hold my own as far as if I'm in a skirmish and we're going back and forth, and I'm just popping good defensive stuff.
And honestly, we didn't do too bad in our little one night of Fortnite. We won the first match.
Yeah.
We went in there. I think we all had like at least 3 kills each.
Definitely.
You
had
I feel
6.
I feel so frequently whenever I jump back into a battle royale. I feel like my first game is always very lucky.
I feel like there might be something.
There's gotta be
there's gotta be something.
Because I was like, no, wait, we just won. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. It's the first game we played.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. But isn't like the mechanic of the season now? They just throw a bunch of bots in there.
Well, so what they did,
and those count as players.
When Fortnite Season 2, Chapter 1 started, they kind of had a cinematic opening where there was a music track that was playing. It was a whole new map, and I think it was pretty much confirmed that there were a bunch of bots in that first round. I don't know if that's the case for this one or not. To be honest, it's just speculation at this point from me.
Yeah. I definitely feel like they do kind of twist something in your favor if they see that, maybe, but I mean, if not, I guess we're just that good.
Yeah, I mean, we did come in, third, fourth. Good.
We went reckless. I got killed by the storm, one of them, because I was busy trying to drive. Did you guys see me drive that boat on land? I got pretty far with it.
Yeah,
I know. We were messing around.
That was before I hooked my mic up because I couldn't find my mic, so I was just sitting there like, I took the boat onto the dock.
Every other moment, I was like, why is Anthony veering off? I'm not leaving Anthony by himself. And then I run over to you.
You jump on the boat and I hit the turbo because the only way the boat could move like 2 feet. I love doing stuff like that.
That was fun time. Definitely want to tell everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys joining in the chat, being active. I know we had we missed one message. Mr. Grill Beans is super excited for Spawn and Animal Crossing next week. He said his weekend's gonna be great because of that.
I love the 1-2 punch of either MK in Animal Crossing or Doom in Animal Crossing. It's like once you get enough of the ultra violence, you switch on over to the cute and cuddly neighbors,
and go get extorted by the island owner, right?
Exactly.
There's a lot of memes out there of like I've seen like some like Doom meets Animal Crossing meme, like Combat meets Animal Crossing meme. out there.
Yeah, I mean, like the Doom and the Animal Crossing Twitter are, I think, doing some sort of mutual.
Oh, that's awesome.
Type of get along thing. Like I can't remember them exactly, but it's definitely a marketing plus for both, because it's not like either one is going to counteract each other's sales. Right. I mean, maybe in some cases if like I only got $60 this week, and
it's like one of those. I think you could even the texture editor or whatever, clothes customizer in Animal Crossing, you can make your characters look like people from Mortal Kombat, or
that's a good point.
Make them look like make them look like Doom guy.
Yep, make him look like Doom guy. I wish they had the helmet. They probably won't put a Doom helmet in the game. That'd be cool though.
That would be cool.
Imagine that they take it one step further. When you buy both in combination, you get the Doom helmet.
That would be cool.
Animal Crossing.
I know Doom is a day one purchase for me, whether Tyler's jumping in or not. So
you're getting it on Switch or 4?
4. Yeah, it's not even coming. Is it coming at launch to Switch? It might be. That's a good question, but it'll look way better and run way better on a PS4.
Oh, for sure.
Wiley's like, Tyler could suck it.
No, I want the physical edition for that. Like,
for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you're like really want to play it too, then I'd consider it. Because I just didn't think you would.
Yeah.
You'll be quarantined on the ocean, so
exactly. Wiley's like, I know his video game tastes.
Yeah, you're gonna go into what is it? You're gonna go into the cognitive reality of that cruise ship, and you're gonna be like, crap.
So Mr. Grilled Beans forgot about Doom, which he stated in the chat. So you're welcome. Now you got 2 games to pick up and the character if you don't have the season pass.
Yeah, this is gonna be a busy weekend.
So his weekend is gonna be busy.
Mm-hmm. That's why working from home doesn't seem so bad.
Exactly. And if I'm correct, if I'm correct, I do know who Mr. Grilled Beans is, and people's packages are not gonna be delivered. I can tell you that much.
The UPS guy or something?
No, the regular mail.
Regular mail, man.
Regular mail.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, is that Matt?
No.
Oh, okay, another guy.
Guy.
Exposing.
Yep.
So we were talking about Fortnite a little bit. What about the new Battle Royale?
New Battle Royale. Yeah, we might be hopping on stream tonight with some Warzone. New Call of Duty one dropped today.
Oh yeah.
Is it third person? Like, I don't know too much about this.
It's first person, just like every other Call of Duty ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True. You can play the Battle Royale mode in the mobile game third person.
Okay.
I was surprised to see that.
Okay.
Maybe
Fair enough.
The third person here.
Ooh.
Some people do enjoy playing their battle royales in third person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fortnite's good.
And for PUBG at least.
Didn't they try it for Apex for a limited time thing?
And then I think they knocked it off. Yeah.
Yeah. 150 players. It's got some interesting mechanics.
That's crazy. 150 players.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like what Battlefield was though? Like when that launched?
I don't think there's ever been a game with that many players. So I could totally be wrong.
I don't know.
So Rogue Pineapple asks, it's like he says, is it like COD meets PUBG?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Practically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And it's free
because the map is so massive, and I mean you're still gonna probably like run into people camping areas, but at the same time the circle's closing in, so it forces people to move.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what I'm looking for, is to see like how much camping there actually is, or how little camping there is.
True.
In this battle royale.
Yeah, my friend was he's unfamiliar with the genre as a whole, but he's been a long time COD player. He was like, how long are the matches? They must take forever. I was like, whoa, let me tell you about this little thing called the circle.
You better get in the middle or you're gonna die either way.
Yeah. Definitely stoked to check it out. I wonder if it'll have like, the same exact time to kill and weapon balance and everything like that. We'll find out.
Hey.
Find out soon.
I think like health wise, you don't have like health packs or anything like that. It's just like put on.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole dated aspect of getting thrown. See how that actually looks.
Wow.
Do you know, Tyler, if it still has respawning health?
What do you mean? Like if you can respawn after your limit?
No, I mean like if you get shot a couple times and like your screen gets all bloody.
No, it doesn't do that.
It doesn't. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so it's like a.
You can't use that though with Fortnite, 'cause that's the same way, right? You don't have to. You have to pick up potions to get.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just what COD is. COD always has regenerating health for most games, I guess. In most modes, some it doesn't. Yeah.
So I think so. Yeah. So we gotta, you played the multiplayer last for Call of Duty, right?
I played
from all of us. I think you most recently played it.
I played it a good 20-something hours, I think.
And not that long ago, right?
No, not that long. I once season 2 started, I think I played it a little bit, but then moved on to other stuff. But
so I would say this question more is geared towards you then.
Okay.
Mr. Grilled Beans wants to know how's COD, because he hasn't played it since November. He was a little turned off at first.
Okay.
How was it? How is it like more nowish, like more recent?
I think they've done a pretty good job as far as managing the battle pass and balance issues. I know that when the game first came out, there was that shotgun that was killing everybody. I see a lot of different weapon types being viable. I know that I switch up my styles a lot. I am not like super hardcore, so maybe I'm not like getting into the nitty gritty that like a hardcore COD player would be. But I think the game's got really good maps. I think they do a good job of mixing up game types and kind of changing things around week to week. You
had a blast with the campaign.
The campaign was awesome.
The campaign.
I mean, the campaign is excellent.
So would you recommend Mr. Grilled Beans just jumping back in, like giving it at least a shot? He owns it. So if he played it in November, he owns it.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think and I think this is, I mean, Warzone, it's a free update, and there's really no reason not to at least give it a shot. I do think, which is interesting, that, and I might be wrong about this, but I think that if you are just getting Warzone, that it's like a 200 gigabyte download, something like that. Like, I wonder if Tyler.
I think it's closer to. I think I read an article. It was like 111 or something.
Okay, so
because you're just Warzone.
Woof.
But it's like a 20 gig update. But if you don't have Modern Warfare already installed, it's way more. I don't know. It's
because I think it uses the map data from Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah, I think so. I know when I got home today and started downloading it. I think I might have had other updates as well throw on there, but I think I had like 30 gigs to update.
Wow. Okay, well, it was still manageable, especially if people who got home from work around 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. You know, it was available to the public for everyone after 3 p.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm. So that's manageable. You know,
it's a free download.
Just hop on, install it. 110 gigabytes if we're talking about, then you know you might have all afternoon and get on tonight, but you'll get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super excited to see like what is available from day one. Like, are they gonna have a battle pass already?
So I would also like to let people know that for PlayStation 4 players, that with your PS Plus is not, you don't have to have PS Plus to play Warzone.
Right, that's neat.
So you don't need to have PS Plus to play it, but if you do have PS Plus, you get a combat pack for free that you have to download.
Combat, just some skins.
Like some skins, maybe, things like that. Maybe some multipliers for your XP multipliers.
Gotcha.
That is not available to Xbox One users.
Oh, wow.
And if you're playing it on Xbox, you need gold.
You need gold. You don't have the same luxury as the PlayStation users who don't need Plus.
And that's the same as it goes for Fortnite.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one thing that, you know, the past couple of years, Xbox is doing all these things that are very gamer-friendly, consumer-friendly. Mm-hmm. And PlayStation doesn't ever get any credit for free-to-play games are truly free-to-play, even if they're multiplayer. So good on Sony for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, don't Sony and Activision kind of have some kind of a
exclusive
partnership? Yeah, exclusivity deal anyway.
That's been going on since the beginning of the gen, when like Destiny first came out, and people were so mad about the exotic weapons being available for like a whole year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So speaking of Sony news, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Last of Us movie, that shit got announced.
Wow.
Well, is it?
Or it's not a movie.
No,
it's a show.
Series.
It's a show. Excuse me.
HBO.
It's an HBO series. Yeah. Wow. So I'm just gonna take a little bit from this story here. Neil Druckmann, who is the writer and director of The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2, is joining with the Emmy-winning Chernobyl writer and creator Craig Mazin, and they will adapt The Last of Us for a series to HBO. And this is a quote from him, from Neil. From the first time I sat down to talk with Craig, I was equally blown away by his approach to narrative and his love and deep understanding of The Last of Us. Creative director of Naughty Dog, the game development behind The Last of Us and the Uncharted series, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment. With Chernobyl, Craig and HBO created a tense, harrowing, emotional masterpiece. I couldn't think of better partners to bring the story of The Last of Us to life as a television show. I'm beyond excited to collaborate with them, Druckmann said in a statement. Originally planned as a film from Sony and Screen Gems, the effort was abandoned as even Druckmann expressed his own disenchantment with the project. So then it goes on to say that it's essentially going to be retelling the story of the original game. You know, Ellie 14-year-old girl. She's smuggled across the country by the hardened survivor Joel. We all know how that went. What do we think?
I haven't played it.
I'm excited.
I haven't played it either.
What is wrong with you people? 2 comes out in May.
So I literally was gonna do a never played series on the channel. I was gonna be like, Kenny's never played
Kenny,
Last of Us.
what do I have to do to get you to stream The Last of Us before it comes out?
I'll stream honestly nothing. If you tell it, Kenny, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down and stream Last of Us. Get it done. Play it. Stream it. Get it done before it comes out. Then now, you know what? I'll be like, all right, guess I know what I'm streaming and I'm playing.
Because we have to be able to talk about this come May.
I know.
Yeah, like it is going to be an event. The game still holds up.
I know. I heard that. Like,
it totally holds up. Like from a cutscene perspective, from a gameplay perspective, like it's all.
If you liked Plague Tale, you're gonna like The Last of Us.
I did like.
They're on a whole different level.
I know, but like the mechanics are similar.
No, I get what you're saying for sure. Yeah.
So I'll jump in.
Okay.
I'll commit. I'll commit.
So you say you're excited, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, just kind of I think HBO is jumping on the video game train, seeing what Netflix did with The Witcher.
Definitely.
And as soon as they said from the producer, creator of Chernobyl, I was like, holy crap, that would be an amazing looking show.
I'm embarrassed to say I never watched Chernobyl.
I haven't watched it either, but I've heard amazing things.
It was such a good, probably like the last HBO series that came out. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot. I don't watch a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like a show or like a documentary?
It's a show.
It was a mini series. What was it? 8 or 10 episodes?
Yep. I think it was 8.
I'm like, I don't have HBO right now because we didn't have roommates for a while and we had to cut expenses, so we cut the cord and now we just do Netflix and Hulu. But I'm a little tempted to get that HBO going.
Just create a new email and do the 14-day trial and just binge it.
Yeah,
good point. Good point.
You can work the system.
I work the system all the time. I let the show just air all the episodes. That's what I haven't sat down to do Watchmen yet, but that's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna 14-day trial, binge it one day and be like, peace, bitches.
Goodbye.
And then there's The Outsider too, which I also been meaning to check out. Which is
oh man, I might have to just let that drop as well and then binge everything.
Have you been watching that, Tyler?
No, I haven't.
No, it's Stephen King. So,
but Kenny, did you watch Chernobyl?
I watched the first 2. I didn't finish it.
Too sad for you?
You know what? Sometimes it's just different change of pace for me, and I think it all depends on my mood.
Yeah, same. That's why I don't ever really expand my horizons with shows and stuff. I'm like, I could watch something new and maybe have a new experience and spice up my life, or I could just do what I'm used to doing and then be like, I know how tonight's gonna be.
Some shows just put me in a funk, and I'm like, fuck, show is good, but nah.
Yeah.
Nah, not right now.
Chernobyl just puts obviously it's depicting a real life event and not a fictional story.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they filmed everything, the colors, and I think it'll fit really well with the rest of us characters and that type of story.
I hope so. It's going to be interesting to see, is one season going to be season 1 and then season 2 going to be Last of Us Part 2? Because we had 7 years in between the games and now it's typically, 1 year to a year and a half between seasons of a show. You'd imagine that they'd be able to finish the entire story of the first game in the first season. So
they'll probably do that.
I know that there's also some extra story content that they could cover with the episodes, because I know there's tie-in comic books that drop by Dark Horse that are actual canon story.
Oh, cool.
That go along with The Last of Us. I think I picked up one during Free Comic Book Day one day. So those are things that are definitely going to be interesting to see. We got a couple people in the chat right now. Somebody said, I'm not sure if this is Chernobyl, Tyler. How can a RBMK 1000 reactor explode?
It just happens.
It just happens.
too much water or whatever they said happened.
Yeah, spoiler alert, everything blows up.
and then we got Kit Falbo. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Say plague stories or real life events. Sans zombies. So
yeah, I mean, we could be going through the next plague story right now.
This is how it starts. The Last of Us is going IRL with coronavirus.
The Division dropping. I know, guys. I figured it out. I got the roadmap. It's all up here. All right. I said a Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
So
the coronavirus
map
originated from the Division 2 dropping down to $3 on the Xbox store, and then $5 physical copy. And then that brings us
following the logic.
I see where you're going.
And then now that means Tyler doesn't want to buy Pokemon because that's a bad move. See, I wrote that in all capital letters. That's bad. But Pokemon is actually good. But you know it's not good and bad? The coronavirus. See, it goes in a circle.
So for everybody looking for the visuals of his roadmap, it started off looking like testicles. And what looked like a pube turned into an arrow towards bad and good.
You're on it, yep.
So it looks like just a little bunch of bad weekend decisions. So
and then you got
peanuts.
Oh, close.
Planners,
good brand. Solid. Never disappoints.
So
let's see it, Anthony. Show the camera.
I drew Jimmy Neutron. It says he's got a speech bubble that says Goddard.
You can't see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna zoom from over there.
Fold it down. No other way.
Unfortunately,
I don't know. It's my,
a real pineapple saying that I'm obsessed with phallic shape,
phallic imagery like this.
And why are you putting me out there like that?
Like that?
Don't do that.
There you go. That's a big one. It's got some pubes.
So definitely. And so what else, Wale? So I know we got that coming on. Anything else interesting going on?
I mean, as far as news goes, we had some interesting trailers this week. One of them that stuck out to me especially was the Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, yes. I know that. I didn't get a chance to watch that beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Wow, somebody just hurt my feelings in the chat. Tyler, can we ban somebody in the chat right now?
Oh, you want
ban him.
To effing goat.
Ban him from the chat. He jumped in this chat and was like, you know what's a bad decision? Being a Knicks fan. God damn it, I'm gonna walk away from this table.
Got him.
I don't even know sports.
Jeez, I don't even want you guys talk about the Ghost of Tsushima. I'm done.
I'm leaving.
Honestly, as a fair weather Knicks fan, he's not wrong.
Kenny, it's okay. Kenny, it's okay. Sports are stupid. Come on.
He's a fake Nets fan. Who cares?
That's fake news.
He was originally a Knicks fan. He's just salty.
How are the Nets doing this year?
Horrible. They just fired the good coach because they got they got bipolar Kyrie Irving over there.
Really?
Yep.
Is that what his name is?
Kyrie Irving, yeah. Bipolar by Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
That's what we call him, yeah.
Oh, is Kyrie Irving, is that actually Kyrie? Oh,
okay. Really Kyrie Irving.
He thinks the earth is flat.
I don't know, because
right.
you got like Link and you have Dark Link, so is that like the Dark Link?
Yeah, that's the Dark
But they're the same person.
Same person.
Oh, okay. So it's more like the Hulk and Bruce Banner kind of thing, right? Right.
I was going to talk about Ghost of Tsushima trailer. We also got the release date, which has been long rumored or long thought of, and now it's finally been confirmed for June 26th. So it's going to be coming out approximately a little less than a month after Last of Us Part 2. It's going to be the swan song of the exclusive on the PS4. That trailer looked beautiful.
I've heard great things about the trailer.
Did you see the story trailer? No?
Nope. I haven't seen anything.
So Wiley played it right before the show, right before you got here.
Mm-hmm. That's what that samurai man on the TV was.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the original trailer that was like, oh, Ghost of Tsushima this June, right? Was like, oh, that's dope. That game's gonna be dope. This story trailer, I was like, wow, I need to play this game.
I think this might be like Horizon Zero Dawn level quality.
Okay.
I mean, it's from a studio of that caliber. I mean, we had Guerrilla Games, creator of the Killzone games, which were well liked and well received, but never quite the Halo killer that they intended it to be. Yeah, exactly.
At least it wasn't Haze.
Yeah. So then they came out with Horizon Zero Dawn, blew everybody away. Everybody's super psyched to see what Horizon 2 holds. It's all but been confirmed. The developers of this game, Sucker Punch, we had them originally the developers of the Sly Cooper games on the PS2. Move on to the Infamous series on the PS3, kind of up their production value, get a little bit more recognition. And then we had right after the PS4 launch, Infamous Second Son came out. It was like March 2014. Don't ask me how I remember shit like that. So this is 6 years later. They've been working on this game, and I'm very excited. New IP. It's got a really interesting, well, not interesting, but intriguing to me, feudal Japan setting. And
who doesn't love feudal Japan?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so pretty.
It's beautiful. The game is beautiful, and just even just that story trailer is so gripping. It's like you want to go get in there, like, and how they're touting him. Like it's almost like he doesn't want to take the mantle in the story trailer, like of being called the ghost. But it's like everybody's like, he's a ghost. He came back from the great avenge and get the Mongols. And I was like, fuck, I want to kill Mongols now.
So is this like a hardcore? Is it like a hardcore Mulan? Pretty much.
Yeah, Mulan hardcore. It was Mulan's uncle.
Ooh.
It's been such a great like year and a half for like samurai and ninja games. We're getting Nioh 2.
Ooh.
We got Sekiro, and we're getting Ghost of Tsushima. So represent.
So I was gonna say before Tyler, you jump in there.
New Naruto, Gabe.
Even though, so we got Rogue Pineapple's a little late. He must have not watched last week's episode. He's asking anybody play the FF7 remake demo. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. Check out last week. We talked about it.
If it makes you feel better, I did not, because I'm waiting. I'm gonna keep my virgin self. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it comes out.
His virgin mind.
My virgin mind. It's gonna be. Oh my god.
I don't blame you there. No, I played it as well. I wasn't on last week's show, so I can just touch on it a little bit.
Go right ahead. Touch on it.
Like I really enjoyed. I was super impressed by the level of production. I mean, it felt sort of akin to Resident Evil 2 in terms of its cutscene quality. And
So good.
The fact that this game is so much more expansive than something like a Resident Evil makes me sort of starting to understand why that making the entirety of a big time RPG
that's 4 discs long.
Exactly. That's got, all these environments that on the PS1 they were pre-rendered, and this one everything's happening really fast action. Everything's happening in real time. There's a lot more, obviously, to render. There's all this voice acting to record. There's all these animations to capture. So just pretty much from a production value, I thought it was super impressive. And I thought the voice acting was good. The combat felt really dynamic. Like it was a really interesting mix of real time and turn-based that I hadn't really felt. I haven't played the Kingdom Hearts games. I know you guys were saying it kind of reminded you of that.
And you might be able to play them all soon because they dropped on the Xbox, and pretty soon they'll be on Game Pass. I'm predicting.
3's on Game Pass already.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3's on Game Pass.
But that collection's gonna drop on Game Pass soon because they're already available for purchase in the digital store.
Oh, Xbox really? One, yep. The whole the Kingdom Hearts, the story till now, or whatever it is.
The whole thing is available digital on Xbox.
Woof.
Yeah, I think I compared it to Kingdom Hearts just because of like the quick action aspects of it. I mean, the fight style too. You have a character, you are kind of mashing attack but to do damage, and then you can quick action your spells or special attacks and like that. I think that's kind of what really reminded me of Hearts. Just the battle style. Even though it seems like you can play Final Fantasy a little bit in Kingdom Hearts because
with the classic mode.
Well, not even classic mode. Even like you hit X to open up your commands, and it slows everything down.
Okay.
So you have some more time, which makes it more turn-based esque.
So I asked these things because I am also in the boat with Anthony. I have not tried it, and I'm waiting. And our people and our audience in the chat are also divided. Some of them are saying salute to you and me. They're waiting.
Aye, Captain.
And then we got another one saying, "Why are you waiting?
Why are you waiting? Do it.
It's beautiful." They're saying like, but I'm like, no. We want that surprise. We want to turn that game on after installing it, saying it's ready to play. Be like, wow, and then just try it out first time because I don't want to get teased and be like, I want the full game. Then I can't play the full game. I'm gonna wait.
It's so short. It's not like you're really going to be wasting that much time. Like if it was a 2-hour demo, I would understand that more so. But
is it I get
hour
long?
It was an hour long. And Tyler was saying that, or I don't know if this really contradicts anything he was saying, but like he was saying that you can pretty much mash X or whatever, or mash square to fight. Like I was surprised at the level of tactics that were required for that final fight. I don't know about you, but I struggled with it for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely. I mean, it gives you like the right amount of. I'm not sure if I would call it handhold, but they make it clear enemy has a weakness. But you also need to be paying attention to like what the characters are saying.
Yeah.
So like that final boss battle, like you need to weak against electricity, so you need to push characters. You find the character who had the electric ability. the Thunder ability.
Did they do the thing where, because I know this was pretty big, at least for me, in the original Final Fantasy VII, where you're fighting the last boss in the demo, the Guard Scorpion. There's a part where there's only so much room on the screen, and it was like one of the PlayStation's first Final Fantasies. But while you're fighting it, on the top screen, they have like dialogue where it's like Barret or Cloud says, attack with its tail up. And then that's what you see. So you're like, oh, okay. And it lifts its tail in that phase of the fight. And you're like, oh, okay. So you get your characters cued to attack. And then immediately the next line is like, it's going to counterattack. So it's like, wait, attack while its tail's up and it won't counterattack, or attack while its tail's up and it will attack.
Are you talking about the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it would flash those lines on screen. It said like something along the lines of, I don't think it's word for word, but it's like, attack when its tail up, it's going to counterattack. So it's like, to me, that was always like, oh, attack it when its tail's up, but then you just immediately get punished.
Because the
It
original
kind of does something like that in the demo. Where it like has like a force field on it, and I think Barret says like attack when its tail's up, so you have to like go behind it and attack its tail. But then if you attack it too much, it does kind of like a electric burst that like blows you back. So you
That's
have to
neat.
That's a cool throwback. I also found it interesting. You guys said last week, or when we were talking about it, was that Barret is the one that has lightning or thunder. Yeah, that's funny because Cloud in the original had he was the one that started off with the two materia, and Barret didn't get anything. Barret was just straight up your like attack.
And so they cleaned that up. They fixed it up. You know,
want to make it a little bit more dynamic, be able to switch between characters. That makes sense.
No, for sure. You definitely have it more viable than kind of like, because you have Cloud, your heavy hitter now, and then Barret can use magic along with his ranged attack, which is rad. Oh, I can't wait.
Like in my little time with the demo, I will say that I thought the combat was more responsive and engaging than pretty much any of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. I went back and I tried to play 15 this weekend on Game Pass, and I was like, I just want to play 7. Man. I just want to play 7. This game sucks.
I told you, if you installed it, go to Game Pass and just play the episode. RD.
Yeah, I got the Royal Edition.
I thought you were gonna say get the 2,000 gil. I was like, we don't care.
Just play episode RD, and that's the only one I recommend if you're gonna go
check
back
that out.
and try it.
I just found it so weird too, because you start off the beginning. The game starts with you whatever, like in like towards the end is you're fighting a dude who's sitting in a chair who's on fire, and you're like, oh god, and all your bros are like, Noctis, it's okay, and then it flashes back to you leaving, and then you start the game off by your first moments of gameplay are pushing the car. Yeah.
Honestly, that game, had they done it any differently, that story is amazing.
Yeah.
15, but
the story's gripping, but like everything in between, where it's like,
the way it's got terrible pacing though.
It does.
Like you wait so long for anything to really feel of consequence. Like you get to chat. Like once I got to chapter 8, I think I remember there's like a wedding scene that's really cool, or I don't know. That game had amazing moments. Like the summons are ridiculously awesome.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
and that battle and confrontation when your wife to be dies.
No! Spoilers!
Yeah. It's too late.
It's too late. You can't go back. The game's already been out for like 5 years.
Yeah. And you're not going back.
No,
I know you're not going back.
I had a feeling too. I was like, well, somebody's gonna die. I was like, okay, well, this is like, I don't know, he's wearing all black.
The fight against the Gyarados thing.
Oh yes.
Whoa.
That was
Leviathan.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a dope fight.
Is he a summon? Because he's been like a classic one.
Yes, he is a summon. So, but the only thing that threw me off was the summons were like situational summons. Like you had to be in 15. You had to be in certain situations or certain like. Yeah. Invisible criteria need to be met to summon them.
Or you need to be in a really wide open area in order to get the old dude that throws down.
Odin, yeah.
Even though Odin, I summoned them while I was in an underground dungeon. Made no sense.
That
wasn't a wide area.
That's disappointing.
Honestly, the summons I didn't like how they handled it in 15.
The City NT.
In 15 years from now, I will take a remake of Final Fantasy 15.
Done better, thank you.
Where I can actually control my car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate it too, because I'd be walking and it's like, all right, come on, Noctis, and then your guys follow so close to you. They're like they're all running like this, and then I went to go like switch a weapon. He pulls it out and it doesn't do anything, but the character's like, hey man, watch it, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, he's like, finger slipped, and like I heard that line at least like 20 plus times within the hour I played, and I was like,
they tried.
They did try. And it looks awesome. I have to say, I love the character design. It's great.
And honestly, it was a departure. They tried something new, and they were like, all right, we might flunk with it. But it's the stepping stone to what we're getting with 7.
Exactly. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped, and that was amazing.
Exactly. So, what we got next, Wiley?
Next on the docket, I wanted to talk a little bit about Reggie Fils-Aimé, the recently retired president of Nintendo of America, will join GameStop's board of directors on 4/20, y'all.
That's like looking for a cancer cure. Like he's not gonna. Just because he's jumping in there, that's not gonna survive. That's not gonna like keep him from bankruptcy.
He's gonna be like, "Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Reggie, and I'm here with my GameStop for Nintendo 3DS.
I'm here to kick ass and take names, motherfucker.
I have the Pro Black membership for you guys, just at $21.99.
But check out all these other cool features.
Okay, but I don't know if you guys know when Reggie burst on the scene, how big of a deal it was.
Oh, it's huge because he was like, "I'm gonna actually interact to be a human."
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it was mid GameCube life cycle, maybe like 03, 04. He came out as, I forget what his original position was, but
he was like marketing or sales.
I'm not sure, but he came out as part of the E3 presentation, and he was very charismatic, and one of the big things he said, which was like, I was a big time message board poster on the time, and he said, "I'm here to kick ass and take names." And just Nintendo being the family friendly company that it was like, oh yeah, Nintendo's back, baby,
Hardcore Metroid.
and I think he represented them well for 15 years. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting move. I wonder how much of his day to day this is actually going to take up.
I mean, he's retired. I mean, being on a board of directors is a voluntary position. Like regardless on any kind of board.
You don't think he's getting paid?
I mean,
Of course he's getting paid.
Typically for board of directors, you're not paid.
What?
I hope he
mean,
stars in
I
GameStop
don't,
TV.
I don't know how it works for like profit organizations, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
typically for like nonprofit organizations, being on a board of directors is a voluntary position.
Yeah, with the wording "hired" to be part of the board of directors, it implies to me that he's getting paid.
Yeah,
say
why
hired?
else would he do it?
That was
Yeah.
part of the reporting, is that they, in articles, they were like he was hired to be part of their board of directors. But you could correct us, Tyler, if after a little Google search.
I don't think he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, if you're tired, you're gonna work
You
again.
get a paid salary by Nintendo? Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe he'll turn it around. Maybe I'd love to see him on GameStop TV that I have to listen to every time I go in there. And
Exactly.
thankfully, I don't have to listen to that when I work anymore because it's the same loop.
That would drive me crazy. I wonder
It's
about
bad.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you just start to zone it out after a while. Like
I'm sure.
when the new, like whatever other, I don't forget how often they updated it, but whenever they updated it, it was like, oh, and that's such a breath of fresh air for like, I don't know, maybe one shift. And then after that, you're like, oh my God. It's just so bad. It's like just people coming on and sounding so fake about video games. It's like they don't even play them. They get paid to talk about them.
Yeah. I mean, you and I both kind of enjoy GameStop, though. When you
I love games. I still go there all the time.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
My home GameStop in East Long Meadow, I literally walk in there and they know me by name.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll hang out. I'll literally go in there, hang out, and even as people come in, if they're busy with somebody, I'll answer questions and give recommendations.
Yeah.
And like help out and make a sale for them. Like and then all the time they'll be like, "Hey, I know you picked up this game a couple weeks ago, right? We're taking down the poster. You want it?"
Yeah.
Like, of course, I'll be back for it.
Yeah, they're just gonna throw it away. So that's
Exactly.
rad.
That's what's up.
I love the marketing stuff, and I do gotta
All
say.
right, so he's probably getting paid,
He's probably getting paid, right?
All right. Thanks for the
But-
self-correction.
but it's probably not a ton of money.
Yeah, that's fine.
5 minutes later. Okay, it's a ton of money.
It'd probably be a ton of money to me.
No, I mean, especially GameStop struggling as they are, like they're not going to be dishing out a ton of money for their direct. But
Maybe this is their Hail Mary. It's like, who can save us? Reggie can.
Their Hail
Throw
Reggie.
everything at Reggie.
this is their Tom Brady.
Yeah. If anybody can do it, it's Reggie.
Well, there you go.
I'd love to see Reggie take that place and just turn it around.
That would be nice.
That's gonna drive Anthony to go back to work there.
Yeah. Hey, if I get to work with, I'm not gonna work with Reggie, but I got to work in the same company as
He
Reggie.
called you up and be like, I was looking over the last 10 years of valuable employees, Anthony, and you're right at the top. And I wonder, I'm doing a terrible Reggie.
You're right at the top with my copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf for the Nintendo 3DS, Anthony. And I'd be like, wow, Mr. Filsabay, did they grow you in a test tube or did your face just look like that all the time? And he'll be like, that fact is irrelevant. I used to be almost at the head of Nintendo, you little shit. And I'd be like, thanks for the call, bye.
You do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool, though.
Would be cool. So what else is going on, guys?
My Hero new game, that's the same game pretty much coming out on Friday.
Yes. Well, is gonna have infinite 100% Deku.
Exactly.
So that's enough for me for $60.
Yeah. Yep. What's it dropping on? Is it dropping on
The 13th, isn't it? Or what is it?
13th? But is it like PS4? Not
Yeah,
Switch?
PS4, Switch. I
Ooh.
believe Switch as well because the last one did drop on Switch as well.
Yeah, it took like
Day
some time.
one.
It's been on
Oh, yeah,
sale
I
in
thought
the
it was day
eShop
one.
too.
I thought it took a while. I thought
Maybe.
it like
Maybe I'm
waited for
wrong.
Switch, but I don't know.
But yeah, so it's gonna drop on all systems at some point.
Let us know in the chat
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you know.
If you like
It's coming
shitty
to
anime
Switch.
games like me,
Well, we do have a MHA fan in the chat.
Ooh.
As much as I hate him right now, the effing GOAT is a MHA fan.
ah,
You know?
Hey, it's a great anime.
Well,
It's-
yep, for sure. But how is this going to, is it radically different? I mean, obviously you weren't insinuating that it was pretty similar to the first game. Like, what have been your impressions on looking into this one?
from what I've seen, I've only seen like maybe a trailer about it so far, and it kind of looks exactly the same.
So do these games, like, what's the main appeal? Is it the single player or is it the multiplayer?
I think just basically a little bit of both, but mainly because it's the anime. It's like, wow, I could play the anime. I could be Deku and smash people, or I could be the big butt girl and make people float.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Gravity.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
what it is for every single anime game. Like,
Mhm.
people are only buying it because
Yeah.
they're mostly not buying it for the gameplay.
I will say though, the Naruto ones, Ninja Storm,
They're really good.
The last one that they dropped
Yeah,
was amazing.
Absolutely.
That single player mode,
Awesome.
visually amazing.
What system was it on?
Xbox One and PS4.
Oh, okay.
and then I think I got it for Steam because it's like what at the 4 Ultimate Ninja Storm form. Yeah, it's really good. It's by Cyber Connect Works, and they made like a bunch of the Ninja Storm ones, and it looks almost exactly like the anime, which is probably the biggest thing for me to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
The One Punch Man game, terrible.
Yeah, it does look really.
Oh,
good.
I heard it's horrible.
Yeah, unfortunately, it got some pretty bad word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see on the back of the box you can make your own hero though, and I was just like,
Yep.
and then I was like, I should probably wait till
Yeah, I
this
think
drops to
you
20.
play through the story missions as like you level up it.
That's pretty cool. I do like that. Once it drops down to $20, I'll grab
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna
the
say.
same here.
Yeah.
Give it a shot then.
Maybe if it comes to Game Pass.
Yeah. Oh, it probably will.
Oh yeah, because Xbox is
Because
super
they got a couple
aggressive picking up
Naruto ones
games,
already
yeah.
on there.
Jump Force is on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And once you told me that All Might was a DLC character, I was like, okay, that sounds fun.
I'll play
Maybe
it.
I'll play
I,
this crappy anime game.
The multiplayer was where it shined for a while. Like people were pretty dedicated to playing it. They do have a lot of really cool Shonen Jump characters that are in that, which is rad. But it just sucks that the game sucks so hard. Mainly just the animations. The combat's okay.
I like playing with Killua.
Yeah, Kilo's great.
Get Arc System Works to make a Super Smash Bros. Style fighter with the cast of Jump Force. And
That would be sick.
call it a day.
Yeah, you were with me when we bought that. Or I bought that imported copy of Jump Ultimate Stars for the DS in Northampton.
Okay.
That's a good
Where'd you
one.
get that? Turn it up?
Turn it up, yeah. It was like $15, and I was really surprised they even had it.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find there.
No.
It's always fun going in there, like, okay, I'm not gonna spend any money. Okay, they got Nino Kuni 2 for $12. Guess I'm
Okay,
getting
that's a
that.
good buy.
Yeah,
though.
price-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like shit.
Yeah, that's a good purchase.
And you see, the effing GOAT agrees with us. The Naruto games were fire.
Mm-hmm. They were.
He's not allowed to play them because it takes over his life.
Oh, we get that. Did you play? I wonder if you played online or anything, because those modes look pretty sick. And like with the new My Hero game coming out, a lot of people, when the first one dropped, were pretty into online. And what draws me into an online mode, much like Call of Duty or any battle royale, is the missions and quests and stuff. You like the live aspect of it, but also just like the rank ups. Like I'll play it to rank. Like I love the like leveling system in any game.
Yep, you love those meters going
I
up.
do. I just that just hits that dopamine rush right in the spot.
You're like, ooh, I love it.
I'm like, qualifying match.
It is nice. It's certainly nice.
I do like it.
So you're gonna ask who would you want to have as your main in the My Hero game? So do you play the first one?
I did, yeah.
And who did you like playing as the most?
I liked Razor was pretty cool. He was like kind of technical because you could like disable people for like maybe a couple seconds, so they couldn't really do anything but like punch or kick. So that was pretty neat. Who else did I play as?
My favorite one to play with was Todoroki.
Todoroki was great.
Yeah.
Bakugo was neat because you could do a bunch of jumping and like explosion stuff. But
Yep.
I had a really hard time like judging the distance between attacks in that game because the way even if you did 2-player, it wasn't a split screen. It was the Ultimate Ninja Storm games handled it a lot better because it never went split screen. But you always had a clear view of what character you were playing as, even on one screen.
Did you guys ever play as the blue purple hair? What's his name? The blue balls or purple balls?
Oh,
on his head?
Mineta.
Mineta?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like,
I did play as Shoto's dad.
Endeavor.
Endeavor, because I picked up all the DLC characters.
Yep.
So I played
Was,
as Endeavor.
How are they gonna make him DLC? You should be
Yeah.
part of the main game.
Yeah. Was Best Genius in it?
No, I don't know. He might have been a support character. He showed up for like 1 second in the story mode.
Yeah.
I think they had. I did really also like that you could, when you went through story mode, depending on what grade you got on the missions, you could get items to customize your fighters. So you could even bringing them online. It was kind of like a make your own character, but with like and the customization,
customize and make them look.
Okay,
cool,
so maybe I will get this one that comes out.
You will.
I will. I've definitely.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
We literally had such a drought. Now it's all just like.
we have to pay bills.
We're
Don't
getting
remind
hit
me.
hard.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that the wifey bought, paid off, Persona 5 Royal for me. Cause that's one game I don't have to pay at the end of the month.
That's rad.
So I'm like,
There's
shit.
no
But
way
then
I'm
everything
even
else,
getting
I'm like,
that.
Yeah, I
at
saw
least for a while.
I'm gonna have to watch.
I got the
man.
big collector's edition for that.
Did you get? Does it come with a mask?
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What Tyler's gonna wear?
Are you gonna wear it for the stream?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Looking cool, Joker. I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna tie one of your cats around my face, and I'm gonna be Morgana.
There you go.
Looking cool, Joker. Zoro. Wait, no, his persona was Zoro. Was it Zoro? I think it was Zoro.
So, but I think this next one, part 2, is gonna be fun just because of the addition of characters. Because season 4 has introduced so many great characters.
There's gonna be a lot of new characters.
and I can't wait to play as Overhaul.
Yeah, he's gonna be sick.
He's gonna be sick in this game.
I can't wait to play Super Saiyan Deku. It's gonna be tight.
Right?
I've been saying that I need to. I finished season 3. I started season 4, and then I got to the episodes that are only subbed on Hulu, or they're not free on Funimation, I should say. And I was like, I really got to make a account because it's like different actors. Like they're awesome. Don't get me wrong.
But when you're that deep and you're already on one style, it's hard to. You really got to go through like some shit to switch up.
Yeah.
You got to have like a personality shift.
So I've gone back and forth. So I'll watch them subbed on my own, and then I'll watch them dubbed with my son.
Okay.
So I go back and forth. So I'm used to it at this point.
Gotcha.
They're
both so good. They've done such a good job.
Oh yeah.
You know what I just thought of? This past Saturday, he Deku started confronting a villain called Gentle Criminal.
Ooh.
I wonder if he's in the game.
Maybe.
That'll be fun to see him because him and his tea. Like his intro must be him like with his specialty. Like, ooh, this rare tea that I drink before everything I do. Like, and then the girl with making his YouTube videos.
Okay, that's right. I saw a thumbnail for a YouTube video the other day. That was like the new villain in My Hero Academia is a YouTuber and it's awful. And I'm like, okay.
La Braba. That's his like his name.
Braba.
La Braba.
Is season 4 almost over?
No.
Oh, what?
I think we're like at episode 19 only.
This is the midpoint.
So it's probably
right?
I would say like we're a little bit past midpoint, so I would say another 10 episodes.
I think 3 had 25.
But they always add episodes to the previous season.
Oh, okay.
So you think this season will end after the festival, after the school?
I think so, yeah, because something's going down at the school festival, so it's gonna end right after that.
It's gonna end on a cliffhanger. Some big thing's gonna happen.
Probably, yeah.
It's gonna end with All Might.
Don't say anything.
All Might's gonna die at the end of the school festival.
No. Boycott MHA if that happens.
Tyler knows how I feel. I'm all about people dying. I'm always trying to call somebody dying.
Well,
All Might dies at the end
of the movie. That's what they call the movie.
Yeah.
The new one. No, the new movies. What is it?
Heroes Rising?
Heroes Rising.
you guys see that?
No.
Yeah.
I heard my friend Ryan though did recently, and he said it was awesome. He said he saw it Saturday.
Cool. And
Like
those are
Rotten Tomato
non-canon,
scores.
right?
Yeah.
No, that's all canon. No, not canon.
Yeah, that's messed up.
So the Rotten Tomato scores on that are amazing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like fresh 89.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
impressive for an anime that most people that are reviewing it are probably not going to have been seeing the show,
Exactly.
or maybe they're only. I don't know.
That's what they made sure a lot. Like in the first one with the two heroes, I went to go see it. It wasn't like super amazing, but I still enjoyed it. But they dedicated at least the first like 25 minutes of it to just catch up with pretty much all the plot up to like pretty much like before where you are, maybe like end of season 2 before season 3.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of like in between.
Cool.
Yeah, it's anime for you.
Big fun stuff. Do we have anything else on the docket?
No, I was gonna just kind of talk about some stuff we've been doing throughout the week and then wrap it up.
Yeah, that sounds good
That
to me.
sounds perfect.
Yeah. Cool.
That matcha latte is really starting to hit me.
So another stream we do on a weekly basis. In addition to the show, we have Super Smash Sundays where we invite people that are in the chat to squad up, or I guess not squad up, but challenge us and fight us in 1v1s. That's been going on for several weeks now. Usually got a good crew in there. Thank you if you participate in that. We also have some stuff going up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/levelwithyou. We got a quick look, or nice slice, I should say, of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
I'm down with calling it that. Like, I liked, because I was thinking it was like first impressions. I was like, does it have a spice to it?
Yeah, I like nice slice.
I like nice slice.
Yeah, and then give it a nice like slice in the thumbnail.
A
Sword cut.
I actually found the old thumbnail art I had for that like years ago. I guess I should finish that up.
And Tyler, we didn't even talk about Blood Roots. It's a little too late now, but we have a video of that, the new Hotline
right.
Miami like that is now available on everything.
That we did almost like a best frenemies.
Yeah, we did a fun competition video on see who could rack up the most points, and
It was cheating,
call
though.
it Blood Roots Hot Potato. Video should be up soon, so follow the YouTube channel.
All I'm gonna say is that Tyler had a chance to play this game, and I still was neck and neck with him in this competition.
After I gave
that
you
was-
some handicaps.
I'll take
Sudden death, baby.
He had a whole handicap of like a whole one act to play ahead of me. That's a huge handicap.
That was pretty big.
Surprised that
screen.
you're being vindictive and overly competitive.
That's me all the time. Do you see? Tyler's unfazed because that's just me 100% of the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's you were throwing it at Wiley in our Grand Blue. You're
Yep.
just like, all right, Wiley, come on, man.
Yeah.
Take it online.
No one is safe. No one is safe from it.
That's Kenny regardless.
Exactly.
We're playing basketball. One play, I bump into him. We start going back at each other.
And because Tyler's
threw a
just,
shoulder
as,
at
just as
me.
competitive
What do
as
you
me,
mean,
Tyler's
man?
like, that's all Kenny knows how to do. I'm like, you put the shoulder into my neck. What you talking about? Get back over there.
See, I didn't like. I'm too awkward, so I'd be like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, don't be mad at me. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, joking around, but I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it.
I'm used to it. I know Tyler's gonna dish it back just as much as I am. So we'd be out in basketball. If we're not on the same team, Tyler would be like, and I'm like, he'd be like, that's all Kenny knows how to do. Like, you put your shoulder in my neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friends.
They all bring something to the table.
Hey.
Anthony the mediator, me the judgmental one.
That's sometimes, if you didn't come with the gavel, then get out of court. That's what they say.
Just playing. All right,
Video games,
we hope that you have enjoyed. Oh, and by the way, this is a weekly video game podcast where we all get together and talk about, you guessed it, video games. You can catch it recorded every Tuesday evening. We hope you enjoyed the new format, a little bit more laid back, a little bit more interacting with the chat. Please let us know if you enjoyed it or if you didn't or whatever.
Just anything at all.
We'd appreciate hearing from you. Thanks for those that did stop in, say hi today. We hope to see you next week. Until next time, stay level.
Bye.
Bye. Brian, you suck.
Ah.